Okay, yeah. It's not bad. I could have, if I were to say something to myself back then, I would have said that you can play with a bit more freedom. You know, I was very tense. I've always been a tense player, and I think you can see that in the clip. I was sort of more like, okay, I've got to play this everything perfectly. I wasn't really in the mindset where I could actually be creating something on stage. And that's something that I wanted to show you because, and to tell you like how you would play if you could create something on stage, because that's truly when music becomes alive. You know, until then, it's just, well, I mean, you're kind of just like not a robot, but you're just sort of like, okay, I'm just doing what my teacher told me to do, right? The serious character, I mean, I've always been the same. I think it was just like I was very tense as well because of the situation, the competition, and also because I just wasn't really comfortable with myself. You know, I wasn't comfortable with who I was, how I sounded, like, you know, and I think a lot of you out there can relate with what that feels like. We all go through that stage where we're just not, we're feeling kind of like you're uncertain, you're unsure whether or not you can even, because, you know, before this, I hadn't won any like major competitions yet. The manual competition was the first competition that I won, and I'd done so many up until that point, and always getting to like the, you know, semifinals, sometimes getting wiped out in the first round. And so I was in a tough like spot, you know. I was mentally, I was just not really happy. And I think you can see that. And so, you know, if there's one thing that I would say back to myself, I would have said, you know, just believe in yourself more, and try to feel the music more, and be okay with that. That as long as you have done all of that, keep all of that in the practice room. Do exactly what you were doing, in fact. Work hard. Be serious. All in the practice room. And then on stage, let go. Let go. Release all of that tension and believe in all the work you've done, right? And I know it's hard because our teachers sort of, you know, you'll play what you felt like was a really great concert, and I don't know, maybe your parent, maybe your teacher will say to you, well, you know, there was that part. I mean, some of the good teachers, they know, they hold back and they don't, I mean, because everyone could criticize everybody. There is no end to it. And I assure you, those teachers, the very same people who are telling you that it's not good enough, if they went on stage, I'm sure you could criticize them too. So, you know, there's a never ending, we're all students in a way. I think it's knowing when to say what. And so, you know, maybe that's something you can also, if you know, that's something I think that is a sensitive subject, but I'm going to just put this out there for all of you watching, which is because I think it's really important. If your teacher like makes you feel like you're worthless, then I would say leave them. Leave them immediately, because they're not worth. That's not what music should be about. They can inspire you, they should be inspiring you, and they can kick your butt. I mean, seriously, they should be kicking your butt. But there's a fine line between sort of kicking your butt as a really tough coach, like imagine a coach for an Olympic athlete, and sort of actual mental abuse, you know? I was looking back, and, you know, it's what struck me wasn't even the playing. It was just how kind of unhappy I looked. So, and if I show you even earlier playing, like videos of me, you'll see the difference. I went from really happy to like sort of like this darker stage, and eventually finding my way back to now. So, you know, this is something that I just wanted to just, you know, reveal to you guys, show you a little bit. It's not what I was, you know, it's not exactly a review video, but I thought it was important nonetheless to show you guys, and for those out there who need to hear it, yeah.